kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome in, everybody, to Sim Racing Media tonight. We joined the Western States Racing League after they make a return trip from north of the border, Morstorf Park, down here to Texas. Last week we did see Christian Bishop lead 17 laps on his way to a win. I'm Mike Timoni in the booth. Joined with me tonight is Alan Bergen. Alan, how's it going, man?
It's going good. Hey, look, we're here in Texas. You know, they say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, guess what? They're right.
These guys have already started qualifying. These last few weeks are going to shake up the points as the drop weeks start to take effect here. We got Chad Simpson leading Andrew Schulte by 4 points, and Kyle McCartney back in third, 34 points back. So those will all jump and change as we close out the season, which is here in Texas, and heads over to California, Phoenix, and has a bye week there for Memorial Day and jumps back in at Las Vegas.
Yeah, Memorial Day is it's a good holiday to celebrate, you know. But I for one cannot wait until we get the green flag here tonight. But right now we're going through qualifying right now, and Justin Michael has that 30.84. Right now his quick time on his second lap, so that's the lap everybody's going for.
Yeah, Justin Michael has shown out here in the Western States Racing League. He's got 8 poles on the season. He's got several wins, but he has missed a bunch of races. I believe he's missed 3 or 4 races, so that's going to set him back in the points as he's trying to see if maybe he can at least get up inside that top 5 as far as the championship goes.
Here we are, the most expensive truck on the racetrack right now. That number 18 truck of that Snap-on Tools, that's Kyle McCartney. And his best lap was a 30.21, so that's going to be good enough for third.
Yeah, for a little bit. We'll see if the 95 Toyota of Charlie Widener is going to make his way up inside that top 3. First lap by was a 31.47. Second lap should be a little bit quicker here.
Yeah, so you got to really be careful on the on this racing surface. Is every not only does everything get bigger in Texas, but everything gets a little hotter in Texas also, including that track temp, which is 125 degrees with an ambient temp of 83, and 51% relative humidity under a cloudy sky. So these trucks are definitely gonna do some sliding around.
Yeah, I believe it's only going to get worse as Christian Bishop goes drifting through turn 2 there.
He's just dirt tracking it. So sometimes you got to go right to go left. Sometimes you got to turn right to go left.
Well, he did a lot of left and rights last week on his way to winning that race. Let's jump back to Bob Beltrami here in the 14 Toyota. First time by 31.35.
The Beltrami Salami Toyota Tundra.
I think everybody else is slowly jumping in as we are about halfway through this qualifying session here tonight.
Everybody's still trying to get that 30.84 of Justin Michael, and right now Andrew Schulte is the only one that ever came close to it.
Yeah, only 2 drivers have broke that 31-second mark, and that's Andrew Schulte and Justin Michael. Matt Sisler here with a 31.23 for his first time by. See if he can get that 93 Toyota moving a little bit quicker here. Coming by the start-finish line, and Matt's time is going to be a 31.07, so good enough for P4 right now. Ryan Steele, first lap was a 31.14. We'll see if he can go any faster the second time by. Yeah.
Our very own,
so not much.
As Lyle Swearingen times in second quickest. Our own Rick Weber had a tornado pass about 3 miles north of his house. So if he's watching, thank God he's safe. And that's just a reminder, when you see a tornado warning, get to your safe spot.
William Fletcher completing his second lap, a 31.01. So far, 3 drivers have been able to make that time under the 31 seconds. Several of them are pretty close.
I think Chad Simpson could get a sub 30 lap.
I'll jump back to Butch Davis here. Let's see what Simpson did first time. Chad Simpson first time by 31.19.
Thanks, Chad.
Butch Davis first time by 31.42. We'll jump over to Chad Simpson as he's coming out of turn 4, headed to the start-finish line. You're right, 30.97.
Ooh, he matched times with Andrew Schulte there.
Almost as close as that finish we had over the weekend.
Oh, that was a banger. That was a good race.
Butch Davis went a little bit faster, 30.93. So FBR Motorsports 234 right now.
I don't think you get any closer than that. Kansas race.
Yeah, I don't think you could if you tried.
We got a couple drivers left. Can anybody get up there and get that? So you need a 30.84 to get Justin Michael off the pole, or a 30. You need a 30.83 or better, rather.
Yeah, I don't I don't think with the drivers we have left that's going to be in jeopardy at the moment, unless James Lehman here decides to jump in and make a qualifying lap, but he's got basically less than 30 seconds, so I'm going to say he's not going to do it. So if he makes it to the session, he will be starting towards the back, probably 27th position.
Man. A long ways back. It's those 7 trucks that was making me want some, was it Nesquik? Gotta have the canned powder. Can't do, like, when it comes to Nesquik, you can't do the syrup. You gotta do the powder.
So qualifying is complete here in the Western States Racing League. Round number 17 from Texas. These guys jump in their rides here, and we'll go take a look at what we have.
It's already been 17 weeks here.
Yeah. And just a few left here. Justin Michael and Lyle Swearingen on the front row. Butch Davis, Chad Simpson, row 2. Row 3, Andrew Schulte and Jeff Schmeier. Justin T. Wilkinson and William Fletcher roll off in row 4. Row 5, Chris Dumard and Ryan Steele. Matt Sisler in P11 with Brian Barnes just to his outside in P12. We have Kyle McCartney and Charlie Widener in row 7. Row 8, Wayne Fleet and Bob Beltrami. Last week's winner, Christian Bishop and Dennis Fuson, roll off in row 9. Row 10 is Morris Bogan and Scott Kukas. Chris Walker and Dan Brazington roll off in 21st and 22nd. Row 12, Julian Ricci and Keith Kellman. We have Barry Phil and Sean Rohrer. Heath Smith, James Lehman, and James Campbell are the 3 drivers that did not put down a qualifying bid. So that is where we start as these guys get ready to roll on off of pit lane here. So Justin Michael's going to look for another victory here tonight. Watching him practice, these guys definitely had their hands full with the track temperature and overall track conditions. You're set for 107 laps around Texas, 80% fuel, so these guys will see how far they can make it on that.
We're not even gonna guess the fuel range because
no.
every time we think we got a handle on pit strategy, They zig and we zag.
Every time. Doesn't matter what league it is. Doesn't matter what race it is. We can have it dead right, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, nah, I think I'm going to come down now. So.
Oh, man.
But
As these guys go around the racetrack. We like to thank everybody for being on YouTube.com and making SRM your entertainment destination, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. Babs always in there cheering for FBR. I saw them playing a lot of tag in the practice session. We'll see if that's going to help them here as Justin and Michael gets ready to lead them on down to the green flag. Pace truck is in. Justin Michael with the button as they roll through the Geico restart zone, and he is down and away and got almost a 0.3 of a second jump over Lyle Swearingen. Butch Davis, Chad Simpson side by side for third place.
Down in the turn number 1 complex, getting ready to come into turn 2. Butch Davis there in that 43 truck on the inside. He's going to slide up in front of Chad Simpson, and these guys are going to be handedly. Here comes that Taco Bell truck's in chrome this week.
Yeah, Schulte went to the shop and decided to redneck it up in chrome.
They call that duct tape. Where I'm from.
At 87 is just on rails right now, as he has got almost a half-second lead over Lyle Swearingen. Got to be careful, though, and you don't want to burn up those tires too fast here, as, you know, we got 107 laps, and we're just barely working on lap 2.
I mean, yeah, we're barely scratching the surface here. Here comes Lyle Swearingen, though. I can't get over that Taco Bell. Maybe Chrome's faster. Maybe Andrew had to do something a little bit different. And Lyle Swearingen just hit a 30.99 that last lap. That's his best lap so far, setting the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, so it looks like he's found a groove here as he is closing like a freight train on Justin Michael here. Went from half second back to passing him in what, a little over 3/4 of a lap there. So definitely found his groove after he let those tires warm up a couple laps, and now he is slowly pulling away here as well.
Yeah, Lyle Swearingen is coming in like a wrecking ball and taking that lead from Justin Michael. Here comes Butch Davis, but that might be part of the plan now.
Yeah, FBR is definitely trying to work a little strategy here. I think trying to at least get somewhere up in towards the front. It looks like Swearingen got a little loose there. Maybe not quite the line he wanted to run. And Justin Michael got sucked right back up to his rear bumper there.
It's all right. Like, right now, Swearingen has been there close so many times, but has never been able to put one together. This could be the night that he does it. Jeff Schmeier, I'd like to see him up there in the top 5. You know, he's one of those drivers that whenever I was racing pretty heavily with these guys, he was always one to beat.
Yeah, definitely can see that. As looks like Butch Davis is going to go to the outside of Justin Michael, try and take away P2, and he will do just that. Andrew Schulte, Justin Michael have hooked up now, so we'll see if those two Toyotas can work together here. I'm taking a look back through the field just a little ways here. Got William Fletcher, Chris Sumard, Matt Sisler all logging some laps here. Kyle McCartney back in 11th with Ryan Steele, but behind them we got Bob Beltrami, Brian Barnes, and Christian Bishop all pretty close together here. Dennis Fuson not too far out the back as well.
I think these guys are going to get spread out. We got 101 to go, coming up on 100 even. Should this be the night that this thing goes rag to rag?
Yeah, you never know. And as I was talking about James Lehman not being able to, or not putting down a qualifying lap, He started at pretty close to the tail end of the field here, and he is up 9 spots already in 8 laps.
That's impressive.
Another driver on the move is Julian Ricci. He's up 6. As you see, Charlie Widener getting passed by Lehman there as well. And there's a couple of drivers. Christian Bishop up 5.
Yeah, last week's winner conquers the road course at Canadian Tire. You know, getting it done here at Texas, up 5 spots. You know, most people don't pursue the most expensive truck on the racetrack, and that's Kyle McCartney in that number 18. Usually, you don't chase the Snap-on truck. You usually run from it.
Snap-on truck usually chases you.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. As long as no one has a Macro Souls truck, I think we're all right.
Let's go back towards the front here. Looks like Butch Davis is about to be engulfed by Andrew Schulte as that chrome number 81 is on the move once again here.
On the move and thinking outside the bun. Here comes Andrew Schulte trying feverishly to get around that 43 truck of Butch Davis.
That looks pretty cool though. That chromed out.
I do. Yeah. I do like the chrome.
See what other action is going on. See who's battling. Looks like Brazington and Kelman are going side by side.
I mean, don't knock down the wall, guys.
23 of Chris Walker is getting a little pass there a little bit there. Haven't seen Chris around in a while.
No.
Barry Phil almost got put in the middle, and that 88 of Sean Rohrer got a little loose there. Oh, Chris Walker got loose. Gonna have to give up a couple spots as he is going backwards here. And there is a battle for the lead. Andrew Schulte, Lyle Swearingen, and Justin Michael moving back towards the front.
Well, here comes the Taco Bell truck, ringing the bell, and going past Lyle Swearingen, but he's gonna bring Justin Michael right back there with him, as Michael's gonna think better of it and kind of let these two battle it out a little bit.
Yeah, neither one's really given an inch, and they both seem to be running almost identical lap times as Schulte runs a little better line than Swearingen did. Swearingen got a little out of shape, and now he's going around off of the nose of the 87 machine. Goes Lyle Swearingen.
It took 15 laps to get a caution, so at least we trended in the right direction. But Lyle Swearingen takes a slide for life thanks to Justin Michael's bumper, and I don't think he's gonna be too happy with it. I mean, he's already chasing the truck up the racetrack anyways.
Looks like Swearingen turned down just a little bit.
I mean, maybe Swearingen just trying to clear himself.
You here. Yeah, we're on board with Swearingen. And see him chasing the truck up the track as he was going through 1 and 2. It's blinded by the bell there. And it drifts down just slightly. Not a lot.
And there he comes. On around.
Yeah.
Backs it in the defense. Now there is no fast repair in this league, so therefore you're stuck on pit road for however much long you got damage for.
Looks like they both kind of were going in the same direction. So under caution for the first time tonight.
Caution. Yellow. Oh.
Justin
I mean,
Michael.
it's like
Whose fault? Yeah, it looked like he was coming down just a little bit. You might have drifted up just a little bit, but definitely was not. Was more of a racing deal than on review than it first looked like.
Hey, look, we're just broadcasters. We're not race control. As we get ready to get doubled up like Noah's Ark here behind the pace car. I mean, it would have been like low-key impressive if Swearingen would have kept it off the inside wall, but
Well, he is back out on the racetrack, so
must not have been too beat up. I mean, he's only got 3 more fenders he could do it, so. Anyways.
so Andrew Schultz. I would say Andrew Schultz is going to take control of this race here.
Yeah, but do you really want to be on the outside with Justin Michael next to you?
Just go before the restart zone. You'll be all right.
Borderline jump to start, and you'll be good. Schultz, Michael on the front row. Davis Schmeier on row 2. iRacing.com pace car. Getting ready to make that nice little left-hand turn down the banking to the pit road as they come around the turn 4 complex here. Our left turn, Schultz, Michael coming to the Geico restart zone. Barney with the flagman and with the green flag in hand. We are down and racing here in Texas. A little 2-step action going on lap number 19.
Andrew Schultz out to 0.3 of a second over Justin Michael. Butch Davis, Chad Simpson, Jeff Schmeier all going to be battling here for 3rd position. Schmeier on the outside of Chad Simpson. Justin T. Wilkinson trying to make his way up inside that top 5 here as he has a really fast 19 Ford. Chris Simard up a couple spots, looking to the inside. Matt Sisler also middle right now, but he's got Kyle McCartney and Christian Bishop pressing up on the inside and outside.
We're about 2 by 2 behind the pace car here. And Kyle McCartney there working the inside. He's going to try to go around that number 93 car of Matt Sisler there. He's going to get that spot pretty handily.
Well, it looked like he was going to until Christian Bishop decided to give the 93 of Matt Sisler a little push there. We saw James Lehman go up clear into that outside wall. Julian Ricci almost sideways there, as they're almost 3 wide. Charlie Widener all over the rear bumper of Ricci.
You got to grab a dancing partner, because it looks like these trucks are getting a little bit looser as the run goes on. And Ricci there in that number 2 truck, he's up 7 spots. Bob Beltrami just knocking on heaven's door to get to that top 10.
And These guys are all guys who elected to stay out. There are some drivers that did hit pit lane. The first one is Dennis Fuson on those 4 fresh tires. See what he's going to do here as he's going to the inside of Brazington. William Fletcher also has fresh tires right behind him.
He likes Tito's, doesn't he?
Tito's? Anyway. Whoa. Whoa. Butch Davis all over the racetrack there. Casing it up the wall.
I'm not a vodka kind of guy, but when I am, I'm a Smirnoff man.
You guys pretty much single filed out now as they're trying to log a few laps. Getting closer to that quarter of the way through the race here tonight.
Well, look, last time it took 17 laps to get a caution. So that's an indication.
Quit saying that C word. You know how that works.
You can send all your hate mail to Mike Damani.
No, you can't. No, none. Nada. Ryan Steele, Christian Bishop battling out here just inside the top 10. Look at Bob Beltrami almost making it 3 wide there. The one of Heath Smith. Heath Smith also starting towards the back of the pack, up 14 spots right now. James Lehman up 13 as he is on the back of Beltrami.
James Lehman right in that 15th position. And this is where these trucks get a little bit loose as he goes up to the Kyle Larson line. And he's going to bang the boards coming out of 2.
I'll say he started the Kyle Larson line and ended with the Ross Chastain line.
Oh. Look, Kyle Larson finishes second in a sprint car race last Wednesday night. That went green and checkered. And then he comes back Sunday and beats Chris Buescher by, I don't know, a paper clip.
Yeah.
Eyelash, paper clip. Any other household item that you have.
I want to know who painted that line, though. I'm just... Oh, Sisler gets loose there. Gathers it in.
Hang on to her, buddy.
Gonna lose a few spots, but that was a pretty good save there by Matt Sisler. Christian Bishop floating up the track as well.
Could you imagine being timing and scoring? Okay, picture yourself working at a dirt track, nonetheless, and the whole thing goes green all the way through without anybody dropping out of the race.
Christian Bishop goes around almost. He's able to save it. These trucks are getting a little squirrely here. As Lyle Swearingen's trying to make his way back up here. Looks like James Lehman's back into the wall. Bob Beltrami in the wall. Bob Beltrami. Oh, Lyle Swearingen gets caught. We're staying green. Everybody's going good.
Okay. Hey,
wow.
I'll take it.
We got to take a look real quick.
That's what we call running the cushion.
Oh, that was net coat on that one.
How did Calamity not happen?
I don't know. Everybody just bounced perfectly off the wall. I don't know. Justin Michael out here cruising with Andrew Schulte just behind him. 31 laps into the race. Lyle Swearingen back down pit lane.
here we go. We got a nice little battle right here. That's Kyle McCartney and Heath Smith there. Both in Toyotas. One driver is sporting the Oregon Ducks. The other one, well, I'm not going to beat a dead horse.
Oh.
With that joke. I said with that joke.
Dennis Busan making his way around the track here. Got those 4 fresh tires and they're just moving through the field fairly well here.
Oh, here comes Ryan Steele. He's almost on the back bumper of Busan there. Dr. Dabber.
Dr. Dabber and Tito's Vodka.
Ooh. Here's a pretty good battle right here. Shaping up between Chad Simpson and Dennis Houston. It's here side by side like they're headed to Noah's Ark here on lap 34.
Back here, have a battle with the 88 Chevy and the 95 Toyota. Widener and Rohr, and Widener makes the pass there. Like Bob Beltrami is trying to make a pass on Morris Bogan here after getting a little out of shape, and Morris keeps trying to clean himself off of the nose of that 14 machine.
Yeah, still 35 laps of 107. We've completed 34 laps, 1 caution for cause, and that came on lap 15 as Lyle Swearingen took the slide for life.
Yeah, Lyle Swearingen did that, and then he came back, and on our second incident there, he tried to avoid it, made the right move, went clear down almost next to the inside wall, and everybody just came down and tried to give him a little love tap there, and he elected to come down pit lane trying to get that car fixed up. Justin Michael just out cruising Andrew Schulta. But Butch Davis is going to have Dennis Busan closing. And we
I would
are under
imagine.
caution.
Well, that's number 2.
Don't know what in the world happened here. Let's see.
Debris.
Watch it first time by. Oh. Looked like Christian Bishop was trying to come down pit lane.
He might have gotten to the gas, or the
Nope.
brakes a little too hard.
Looks like he just let his foot off the throttle there, but
I think everybody's gonna come in now.
I would assume so. 40 laps in, or 39. Yeah.
We don't have that much longer to go. I mean, look, we done ran 40 laps, and well, we've only been on the air or in a race session for 24 minutes.
Lyle Swearingen going to get his lap back. Make his pit
After
stop
going,
here.
yeah, as I say, after going down and getting behind here, making a highlight reel for all the wrong reasons.
Looks like Bob Beltrami stayed in there a little bit longer. Morris Borgen also in for a little bit. Christian Bishop was in his stall for almost a minute.
How did Justin Michael will cycle back out to the lead after those pit stops? And so it's 38 that they've come in on. You said they have what, 65%?
80%. So
80%. So it's gonna be real close to the end of the race, as we got about 67 laps here to go.
well, the way Dennis Fuson was driving, I think tires are going to be more important than necessarily fuel. So we might see, I mean, if we see a late race caution, I'm going to say everybody's going to come in and hop off and get those 4 fresh tires, but you never know what's going to happen.
Well, as we were getting lined up 2 by 2 behind the pace car, like we're headed to Noah's Ark, with Justin Michael going to be choosing the inside line, and Andrew Schultz is going to be to his outside.
Yeah, so
Pace chart.
I won't say flip the switch here. Lights are still on for now. Justin Michael's going to have control of the restart. We saw Andrew Schultz get out to a pretty big lead when he had control. So I'm going to assume we're going to see the same thing here once they turn him loose here.
I thought they were just doubled up a minute ago.
Yeah, you know.
Well, nonetheless, we got Justin Michael, Andrew Schultz out here with 66 laps to go in this one, and so far they get spread out. They run a few laps, and then, I mean, not bad for the only caution for cause.
Yeah, no, they're running pretty good here as they get stacked back up.
Well, we're coming on the back straightaway, and Andrew Schultz and Justin Michael are getting ready to do Andrew Schultz and Justin Michael things, and that is going to be leading these guys to green. iRacing.com pace car makes set. Left hand turn on to the pit road. Barney waves that green flag as we come to the Geico restart zone, and we are down in green here at lap 41, and we're crossing over for lap 42.
Yeah, Justin Michael, Andrew Schultz, Butch Davis single file out pretty quickly. Dennis Fuson looks to try and maintain his position here after taking a early pit stop for those 4 fresh tires and drove pretty much up through the field. Jeff Schmeier going to go down to the inside, try and make the pass as they head into turn number 3.
Don't forget, Sunday is Mother's Day. I'm sure, Mike, you already forgot that, didn't you?
What?
Sunday's Mother's Day.
Oh, we're under caution. Yeah, Sunday is Mother's Day, so don't forget about that.
Hey, go spend time. Look, I got you. I got you all planned out. Like, go have a yes day. You know, kids, and you go have a yes day with mom. And then when you're done with yes day, tune in Sunday evening for Sunday Night NASCAR with Dave Regal and Matt Miller as it's throwback week at Darlington.
Oh, that is what brought out the caution there. Barry Phil, Scott Kukas. Like Scott bounced off the outside wall and came across the track.
Tough break.
Almost back up into Morris Bogan there. He was coming back through. Christian Bishop. That could have been close.
Not the Nike truck.
Got no numbers on the doors, just the swoosh.
Is it a swish or a swoosh?
A swoosh.
A swoosh.
Actually, is that backwards?
Whoosh.
So the back half of the field is coming down pit lane. Six laps into the run there.
Oh, goodness. Well, here we are getting lined up behind the iRacing.com pace car, and I think these guys are going to come to one green this time by. If you're Andrew Schultz, I don't think I want to be scrubbing tires right now.
Now let's take a look at the weather, see if it's changed any. Oh, the track temperature came down a whole 2 degrees, so it's only 123 degrees right now.
Hey! Only 123 degrees.
46 laps. Everybody getting,
40.
I'm gonna say everybody's gonna get stacked back up here. We'll see what we can do in the second half of the race.
Well, here we are, nonetheless, getting lined up behind 2x2 behind the iRacing.com pace car. Like, they are headed to the Ark, Noah's Ark, that is. Cooking. Justin Michael. Lord, look, I love that Taco Bell truck going into the shoulder. I do not want Taco Bell right now.
Pace truck going to make its way down pit lane. Justin Michael's going to have that button. See how fast he gets back to the throttle here as they roll off of turn number 4. Pace truck is in. Justin Michael lets him roll, and he is down and away on pit entry there. Andrew Schulte, Jeff Schmeier, Butch Davis side by side.
Side by side, Jeff Schmeier looking to make that power move on what would be Butch Davis in that 43 car. Ronald Ramsdale says, welcome to Texas. Yes, Ronald, everything is definitely bigger in Texas. Almost like this pass that Butch Davis is trying to put on Jeff Schmeier.
Jeff Schmeier's still hanging right on that rear bumper. Looks like Andrew Schultz is going to try and go to the high side of Justin Michael. Butch Davis going to stick his nose down to the inside, make it 3 wide for the lead. Butch Davis, Justin Michael, Andrew Schultz, Butch Davis to the point. Andrew Schultz, Justin Michael side by side. Jeff Schmeier, Dennis Buson also side by side. Single filed out, basically back behind him. The next one down on the inside is going to be, as I said that, Chad Simpson is in the middle with Ryan Steele down on the low side.
This is the first for me to be in a race like this, and it's pretty much gone green with the exception of 3 cautions.
These guys are racing pretty hard here. Go back a little ways. Chris Simard, James Lehman up 17 spots after not being able to put down a qualifying lap. William Fletcher goes to his inside. Justin T. Wilkinson back there as well with Heath Smith and Charlie Widener. And Julian Ricci and Brian Barnes also back here.
Oh, this gaggle of cars.
They're battling all over the track here. See if James Lehman's going to force it 3 wide on the high side as he's been running basically almost on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, that's that Kyle Larson line there. Hang on to her, Lehman.
They're battling pretty hard back here in the back of the pack, but up front we also have a battle brewing for P2. Jeff Schmeier and Justin Michael are side by side, and Schmeier is going to take P2.
Nothing new right there. Justin Michael still chasing down Jeff Schmeier and Butch Davis there in lap number 53.
Yeah, Chad Simpson's going to try and get his nose up into this mix as he goes to the high side of Andrew Schultz. Brian Steele, Matt Sisler all behind him. Dennis Buson is falling back now through the field. Halfway through the race.
Wait, we're halfway already?
54 laps in.
Man, where's the time gone? Looks like Chris Walker's had his sun meter pegged for the night.
Chris Simard riding P8, Dennis Buson 9th. James Lehman gets up into the top 10. Like Heath Smith's going to have his hands full momentarily with Brian Barnes and Julian Ricci. Is Barnes is getting a pretty good push there from Ricci. Charlie Widener also up there on the high side.
Oh boy, here comes Heath Smith.
Dennis Buson's going backwards in a hurry now. Just behind him, Kyle McCartney and Justin T. Wilkinson almost hit each other. It looked like that was Charlie Widener going clear up to the high side.
I mean, you kind of have to. Charlie Widener going to take it to the inside and try to get around him. Can he do a 2-for-1 special?
Dennis Buson was able to pass James Lehman back for P9. Like Lehman's back to that Larson line up there on the wall.
Oh, hang on to her, Dennis. Hang on.
But Lehman's
Just had a moment there.
You say Lehman's been all over the back bumper of the 11 of Dennis Fuson, inside, outside, everywhere he could go. Looks like Charlie Widener's still up there on the wall as well. Kyle McCartney down to his inside. And as we look at that, we got a battle brewing up here towards the front. Jeff Schmeier and Justin Michael. Justin Michael made the pass on Schmeier. Schmeier's trying to come back. Almost going to make it 3 wide for the lead here. Justin Michael down on the inside. Butch Davis in the middle. And Jeff Schmeier hanging it out on the high side.
Jeff Schmeier looking to make a 3-way battle. Can he get a 2-for-1 special? He's going to jump back in the line. Here comes Andrew Schultz on the inside.
That high line seems to lose a little bit of time here as everybody's able to stay down on the bottom, push their way towards the front. And Justin Michael is going to try and get by Butch Davis here for the race lead.
47 laps, still in the danger zone. Here comes Schultz.
I was gonna say, looks like Schmeier said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that," and looks like he kind of backed out as he is losing wholesale positions now. Chad Simpson by him. Ryan Steele gonna get by. We'll see if Sisler's gonna try and get by or not. Looks like Schmeier just backed out of it a little bit, maybe ran a little bit different line, but he is going backwards here. Kyle McCartney trying to get by Charlie Widener.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think these trucks are going to get looser as the run goes on? Or do you feel like they're going to get tighter?
Looser.
Looser, yeah. I think we can agree on that. I feel the same way. I just want to make sure I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, those tires are going to get hot. The track's going to get slick. You see James Lehman go sideways right in front of Heath Smith. Heath Smith just a little bump.
How did Heath Smith miss him?
I don't know, but that number 50 machine was driving the wheels off of that machine there as he spins around almost in front of Scott Kukic there. As we are under caution, everybody's going to come down pit lane. Everybody's going to try and get those tires.
I mean, you kind of have to at this point. I wouldn't try to do anything like silly or nothing. But here we are. Here's that. This is like impressive. James Lehman gets loose. Here comes the one truck of Heath Smith. He missed him completely.
Wow. Little one truck action. Just a little front and rear damage there. That 50 machine.
That was good stuff.
All right, let's.
We come back to the live.
I want to see something real quick. Hang on. We got to see this.
Oh yeah.
Where is?
Are you gonna go in the car?
Yes, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in the car.
Oh gosh.
On board with Heath Smith here.
So at this point, Lehman's already loose. Whoa! What is?
Well, did you see just after it too? The 28 of William Fletcher came down almost right across his nose.
Yeah.
That was heck of a accident avoidance there.
Well, I tell you what. Keith Smith definitely does win the Heads Up Driving Award tonight.
I got a question. What is Fuson doing?
It looks like he's going to try to play the strategy card, which is probably not going to work. Either or he's going to become a rolling roadblock.
Nope, he's coming down second time by, it looks like. So.
Oh, okay.
So he's been pretty quick.
Yeah.
But the time he was really fast was when he had the freshest tires on the racetrack, but that's going to turn the lead back over to Justin Michael here.
It's the Justin Michael Show. Brought to you by the color green. Nonetheless, lap 65, and we are under caution for the fourth time this evening. As I made the assumption that we were going to go caution free, boy, and was I wrong.
That is what they call the commentator's curse.
Alan, you're wrong every time.
Oh,
Sorry, you just are.
Wow.
Good to see you guys. I love the Western States Racing League so much that I decided to come up in here and bother your favorite commentators from late Tuesday night, Alan and Mike. So, how we doing? Is this the first caution of the day?
No, this is like 5.
Okay, so it's a little late to make fun of you for that.
Look, I said it from the get-go. We got our first caution at lap 15. And then Heath Smith just put on a master class of how to avoid trucks spinning out in front of you.
Yeah, I saw that. I caught that on the broadcast. What an amazing camera angle there with the cockpit camera. Seeing that 50 truck getting around right in front of you, that's gotta be a change your shorts moment.
Definitely a check your shorts moment. But what do you think about Andrew Schultz breaking out the chrome Taco Bell truck? He's normally in that white Taco Bell truck. Today he is breaking out the chrome.
Well, I tell you what, it doesn't matter how it looks as long as it performs well. And Andrew Schultz has been doing a good job. Defending champion, of course, on the outside of Justin Michael, who has been pretty unbeatable when he shows up.
Well, hey, if Andrew Schultz gives someone a bumper, we can literally say he gave him the crown horn.
Yeah, he definitely did. Looks like Justin Michael might have a little bit of damage to that right front there.
Oh, that's just a scratch. It'll buff out.
yeah. Justin Michael had a little incident, first caution of the race, but has been down pit road a couple times, so probably not too much damage there on that 87 Toyota here, but they're stacked back up. Pace car is going to make that left-hand turn down pit lane. Justin Michael wait until they clear the track, and he is down and away.
Here we go. This is going to get good here. Lap 67. Andrew Schultz in that Taco Bell truck putting it south of the border on that white line. Here comes Chad Simpson trying to get himself a power move and get that outside line working. Here we go.
Yeah,
Third place.
Yeah, Chad Simpson just needs to keep Andrew Schultz within reach, as those two are the drivers battling for that championship. And after next week, drop weeks will have an effect, and see how that's going to go. Right now, with the races the way they sit, there are only 4-point difference between them, so it should tighten up momentarily as we have a three-way battle for the lead. Justin Michael, Chad Simpson, Andrew Schultz.
No clear winner of that battle here is Schultz. He noses up front just a little bit. Justin Michael is the clear loser, but they get into turn number 3, and Michael fights hard on the bottom. Here comes Schultz up on the top side, still 3 wide.
Oh.
Loose goes Butch Davis just behind these guys, and Justin Michael is going to be able to get the advantage. Not quite clear of the top car, but he's got the advantage getting into 1. 3 wide once again.
Well, Butch Davis thought about making a 4 wide there, which you could technically get away with that, but I wouldn't do it in the quad oval.
Definitely not, as they are still battling Chad Simpson on the inside. Andrew Schulte on the high side. Butch Davis trying to stick his nose in the middle with Justin Michael battling back on the low side.
Schulte just barely able to get his bumper clear of the 43's nose for a second. Now they're not clear getting into turn one. Michael decides to back out just a little bit, and Schulte tries the top side, tries the big power move, and here comes Schulte for the race lead.
Chad Simpson battling back on the low side. Butch Davis helping FBR teammate there, trying to get him back to the front. Andrew Schulte still up in that Larson line, trying to get the momentum, and he will pull about a half truck clear.
Half a truck across the line, getting down into one though. Simpson's gonna have the opportunity to try that slide job. Doesn't get in there deep enough, and Schulte's got the opportunity to try to put some air to the right side. Simpson all the way down. Schulte with the run up on the top, but there's the 43 helping that 42 up on the bottom side.
Yeah, side by side, they still go again. Inside, outside. Who's going to get the lead at the line? At the line, it is Simpson.
I mean, look, if you're driving a truck that says Dr. Dabber, you better start getting the lead.
I'm surprised somebody driving a Dr. Dabber truck is so low on the racetrack. Figured he'd be a little bit higher.
They're still battling
Schulte's
side by
coming
side.
back on the top side. He's got momentum up there. He just doesn't have the help. That STP Chevy pushing the Dr. Dabber Toyota on the bottom side. Just enough to keep Schulte behind the race lead, as now Chris Simard has moved up to the top side of Justin Michael, trying to get himself up into this lead battle. But Justin Michael doesn't want to give up these spots. There's JTW in that 19, trying to push Chris Simard up on the top side.
And Chris Simard just trying to get in front of whoever is fastest here. And they are all over each other. Butch Davis not even giving an inch to Chad Simpson.
JTW up to the top side of Simard. He's going to try to take away fourth place. And now Schulte continues to fight hard up on the top side, as we've got basically two trucks tandeming on the bottom with the 42 and the 43.
That 42, 43 hooked up and not going anywhere. Andrew Schulte doing all the heavy lifting in that outside lane all by himself up there, trying to side draft the 42 as best he can to slow him down. If he can get clear, as it looks like 43 of Butch Davis gets a little loose, puts a gap in there. We'll see if Schulte is going to be able to take advantage here.
Simpson all the way to the bottom. Schulte doing a little bit of side draft down the backstretch.
He needs help in the form of Justin Michael. Or anybody for that matter. Santa Claus could help him out right now.
He doesn't need the help, as he's got the lead by about half a car length going down the front straightaway. Clear into turn number one. Here comes Davis up on the top side to push Andrew Schulte.
It looks like Butch Davis had a little bit more momentum, decided to jump up there. Chad Simpson falls in line behind Butch Davis now and is going to swap spots and try and push that 43 truck up to the lead, and he has it for the moment here.
Is he going to be able to get clear? No, Schulte comes back up on the top side. He's got the side draft, he's got the momentum, but it was the 43 across the line that time around.
Tough battle up front.
This is crazy stuff. This is like pack racing at Daytona or Talladega, but these guys have to let off. They've got to trade lanes. There's a lot of slipping and sliding here. This is great stuff that the Western States Racing League puts on week in and week out.
So now reverse roles. Well, as Justin Michael is going to slide up in front of Chad Simpson and pull that little slide job there, but swap roles, and you know, now we're reversing roles, and Chad Simpson didn't have any help, but JTW, he's been one of those guys that fly under the radar, and when you least expect it, there he is, right there in second position.
Well, I tell you what, Alan, when you and I first started calling this league this season, before I had to, I think work made me switch, but we talked about, is somebody other than Justin going to win, as we're 3 wide for the race lead. Schulte through the middle, side drafting Butch Davis, and here's Wilkinson on the bottom side trying to stay as Schulte takes away or gets some air loss from that 43 up on the top. They're still 3 wide down the back straightaway. Advantage top side, but for how long?
3 wide coming through.
Wilkinson loose.
Ooh.
Oh, more loose. Still 3 wide. Davis can't quite get clear. He tries. Pushes Schulte down in front of Wilkinson.
That's the move of the race right there.
Well, it could be. If he wins this race, that is the move. But he's still got 27 laps to hold on to this thing. 28, 27 when they cross the line.
Yeah, Andrew Schulte was able to just get clear of Justin Wilkinson to slide down in front of him. Otherwise, that could have been disaster for all of them. Andrew Schulte back to the side door of Butch Davis.
Try to pull some side draft here into turn number 1, but Justin Wilkinson down on the bottom. Loose is that 19. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum, and Schulte's going to have a run. Does he cross him over? He looks down to the inside, getting into turn number 3.
Here comes JTW thinking about making it 3 wide. Just can't get up there enough.
And Justin Michael with damage still up here in 4th.
Justin Michael backed out of it for a little while, played his cards right, and now is on the move once again. Butch Davis to the high side this time. Schulte down on the low side. Side by side they go down the backstretch.
Here comes Andrew Schulte working in. Butch Davis is going to get a little loose there. He's going to chase it right up the hill. Here comes JTW. He's going to get even looser out of the triangle.
And Justin Wilkinson slides up in front of Butch Davis. He is going to go to the inside of Andrew Schulte. Schulte just clear, and Justin Michael is down on the inside of Butch Davis, taking away P3, looking for P2.
Okay, here comes.
Go ahead, Alan.
Well, I was going to say, here comes Justin Michael, damage and all. And he's looking for the lead in a couple more spots.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Justin Michael with a little bit of damage on that right front. He's out here racing for second on the inside of JTW. As Andrew Schulte is up front trying to figure out which lane is going to be the right one to block. So far, it's the top side, but tell you what, Justin Michael looking strong on the inside. He's going to put it down there, potentially get his nose to the inside of Schulte as Schulte tries to run that top side, as he has. Almost into the wall goes Schulte, and JTW does hit it.
Yeah, JTW's hit it coming out of turn 4 the last couple laps. Butch Davis down to the inside, spins
Michael.
Justin Michael into JTW, but all of them stay in the right direction, and that is going to be heartbreak there for Justin Michael.
And Justin Wilkinson, both of them running up front. Contact, I believe, from the 43. Got the 87 sideways. He saved it after, I believe, another hit from whether it was the 43 or somebody else, but had nowhere to go but up into the 19.
Look, Justin Michael's going to come back.
I don't know. There's not a lot of time left. 20 to go. 21 to go this time around.
He's got a fast truck, though.
Let's see if we
Let's
see if we can take a look real quick.
JTW gets the wall coming up off of 4. 43 is going to get into the 87. Just
Oh, that was a little, looks like a little net code there. Yeah, no, I'm not supposed to do this, but we'll do this anyway.
Hey, we're breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, that's a bad camera. Or maybe I don't have the right one. Sorry.
Here we go.
Yeah, he comes back up and just collects JTW. He does a good job keeping it off the wall, but you can see that left front fender is not happy. There's a piece missing. Battle for the lead heating up. Butch Davis getting around the inside. It's Chris Simard trying to take advantage of this battle, but
These guys are
looking.
all over the track here, side by side.
Still side by side for the race lead. Schulte gets out front as Butch Davis had to check up.
Dealing with the lapped truck of Sean Rohrer there. Rohrer goes up to the high side.
Rohr's much quicker here on fresher tires. Davis gonna try to follow him up on the top side, but doesn't have enough grip to do so. He tries to go back down to the bottom, side by side here for 5th place.
These guys are side by side all over the track. Charlie Widener and Jeff Schmeier.
And Mike, we've been watching these guys battle week in and week out. It almost seems like Charlie Widener and Jeff Schmeier cannot get away from each other most weeks.
And we always seem to see that week in and week out. There's a couple of guys who can't get away from each other, and every once in a while it brings us a yellow flag or some sort of action. But yeah, it does seem right now those guys can't get away from each other. As now Justin Michael is to the inside of number 68, Lyle Swearingen. That's Sisler trying to get or Bob Beltrami trying to get a little bit of draft there.
Yeah, Lyle Swearingen's been involved in a couple incidents.
Oh, up the racetrack goes Michael. Not sure if Beltrami got into him, but that was an abrupt move up to the top for the 87. Bob Beltrami down to the inside.
I saw it in practice. If these trucks barely touched each other, it would send them flying up the racetrack. So a little bit of a bump, and that's where they wind up going.
I don't know how to describe it, but this track lacks so much rear grip.
You're not wrong.
I feel like this track, whether it's the old version or the new version, every time I show up here, you're just loose. I mean, 1 and 2 on the new version is tight because the banking is less. I tell you what, this track just lacks grip and might have something to do with the way that they paved it.
I mean, when we called trackers against the PJ1 put down, but
nope.
I mean,
nope, that ruined IndyCar. Side by side for the race lead with 15 laps to go. Butch Davis tries to the inside of Schulte once again. Ryan Steele just behind in 3rd place, moves up to the top side. Not going to give Davis any help.
well, Ryan Steele tries to get around Butch Davis. I'd like to thank everybody in the YouTube.com live chat.
Caution is out. Yusan stopped on the inside of turns 1 and 2.
Man, I was getting ready to tell people to hit the like, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications.
Well, it's not too late, Alan. Keep telling them. Well, Mike cues up the replay.
Anyways, Babs says let's go FBR. Justin Michael wants to know whose fault that was earlier. Ronald Ramsdale says welcome to Texas. Let's see here. Babs says Texas is never caution free. Yeah, we know. Ronald says good one, guys. Sam says he comes into 3-wide racing. And he wants to know how did they survive. We got a Julie and Rishi fan in there, and our good buddy Sam says he's gonna watch it in. Well, Sam, there's only 13 laps to go, so you might as well be locked in.
Well,
And,
I'm gonna say if we thought that was some good racing, imagine how hard everybody's gonna be going here with these 13 laps to go with 4 fresh tires.
Yeah, look, you're not wrong. So here comes Andrew Schulte. Pretty much the whole top 10, 14, 15, all the way to top 15, 16, 17.
Everybody's coming.
Pretty much yeah. Everyone.
Which that just kind of threw the pit strategy kind of out the window a little bit, but
and while these guys are doing their pit stops, we for those who may or may not know, Sam is a member of the armed forces, and he's been doing a whole lot of training, and he finally got to come back tonight, and he's on the Air Racers Elite with John, and just like to thank Sam for his service, and to without them guys in the armed forces, we wouldn't be able to do what we get to do every week. So.
Looks like Justin Michael and Justin T. Wilkinson are spending an extended amount of time on pit lane, so getting that damage repaired from the incident they saved it from.
Yeah, and we know Justin already had some damage there, and Justin didn't really before that, but
He does now.
he does now. Yeah,
Little buff.
he's in there getting repairs done, and at this stage in the game, it's going to be tough for him to try to win this race, as we've got 11 laps to go.
We're gonna
See
have
if
green.
wave around.
10 when we come back to green, I think.
Lights are still on around the track, so we're going to take at least one more lap.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have a couple because they haven't let the wave around cars go either.
Usually iRacing does that on the 1 to green.
Yep.
Chris Walker wins the race tonight to the beer stand. That is not a race you really want to win.
No, not unless you're a start and park guy, which we don't have those here.
No.
Not enough money in it for a start and park. Gotta show up to win.
Yeah, Chris Walker out. Christian Bishop, last week's winner, out. James Lehman also out. The 26 drivers left out on track right now.
Every single one of them doing their best.
So if you're Andrew Schulte, you want to get that huge jump that you have gotten on the last few restarts.
Yeah. But do you choose the inside line or the outside line? I think I would probably have to stay with the inside line and try to get the whole shot and beat Butch Davis to the outside going in the 1.
Yeah, Alan, I think you're exactly right. You want to try to be as quick to the gas as you can be. Try to cut that line as short as possible and be clear getting into 1 so you can pick and choose your line. But it all relies on getting that jump on the restart.
Yeah, that is the nice thing that they did here in the Western States Racing League. They pretty much did away with the Geico restart zone itself. So as soon as that pace truck clears the track, it's basically on the leader to take off whenever he chooses. So gives them a little bit better advantage than just the restart zone.
Oh, that's a huge advantage. I mean, if he waited till the green, not a lot of people would expect it, but I don't expect Andrew Schulte to do that. We'll see what happens here with 9 laps to go here in Fort Worth.
Pace truck is in. Andrew Schulte with the button. Waits almost to the end of the restart zone, and he is down and away. Got 0.3 of a second there as Butch Davis has his hands full, and Jeff Schmeier almost pushing it 3 wide for second.
Schmeier down to the inside, takes away 3rd place. Not quite enough to go for 2nd, but Chris Samard down to the inside, trying to take away 4th from Butch Davis. Davis going to be able to get himself clear there in that 43, and he looks up to the top side of Schmeier in the 30.
Single filed out now for a little while. That's the way we've seen him run for the majority of the race here. Bob Beltrami side by side with Chad Simpson. Kyle McCartney looking to close in and get
Caution out once again.
Oh, jeez. Only for the 10th time tonight.
Don't have to sound so disappointed, Alan.
I'm not disappointed in the caution. I'm disappointed because I was like overly wrong. I took the under. I should have took the over.
Scott Kukas up in the outside wall, loses an engine, coming back down the racetrack to
I've done that before.
oh man.
Wow.
Oh wow, and the 13 got a piece of it as well. Is that James Lehman?
no Campbell, James Campbell. Yeah, so it was more than just the wall.
Yeah, so he bounces it off the wall here. Makes some contact with the 29 to his inside. Little net code.
That's a lot of net code.
Campbell just nowhere to go. So that will definitely shake up the field once again here and give the advantage to Andrew Schulte.
Andrew Schultz just needs to have another restart like he did the last time. I think he'd be A-okay.
Yeah, he's got a lot less laps to deal with now as sitting lap 102 out of 107. Can't imagine there's going to be more than 2 or 3 laps at the restart. We might not be into official overtime rules, but might find ourselves into a 2-lap shootout.
That's when they get exciting.
What do you
Definitely
call-
got exciting for the Cup Series in Kansas. Thank you, Alan, for covering Saturday night as I went to Kansas to enjoy a race and probably missed work the next day, but whatever.
For a good cause.
I was planning on going to work and then the rain delay happened. Could have made it work. God decided no.
That's all right. Hey, did you at least print out your work, your work note from the official work note of NASCAR?
Yep, from Dale Jr. himself. Yep.
No, Leo, it was my pleasure to cover for you on Saturday. We had a lot of fun. Just if you're a Spectrum customer, I feel bad for you.
Well, let's just give a shout out to the fact that the closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history happened this past Sunday. They somehow beat Kurt Busch and Ricky Craven, Jimmy Johnson and Clint Boyer. We got closer.
We did.
Yeah,
And
if you wanted to see a close finish earlier in the day, you could tune into the Racers Elite race they had for Daytona. It was, I don't think it was that close, but it was still pretty close here for the virtual Daytona.
Well, yeah, and it was an incredible show. I mean, those guys put in a good show week in and week out, but when they come to Daytona, you know it's going to be a close one. You know it's going to be a clean one. I would definitely recommend going back, giving that one a watch. And by the way, all of your favorite leagues and favorite drivers wins, whatever you want, we've got it on backlog, whatever you want to call it.
well, it's funny you mention that as we get ready to go on the green. Tomorrow's Way Back Wednesday.
For
So how far are you going back, Ellen, this time?
I mean, I went pretty far back last week.
who's way back Wednesday for?
Oh, it's anybody. Look on the
Everybody,
Facebook page. Any league, any time period. Last week we went all the way back to a 360 sprint car race that Tony Trapasso covered.
well, we'll see what the Extreme Motorsports Rick Motec Cup Series has in store for that tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern. I tell
Where
you
you
what,
at?
we've got ourselves a Indianapolis.
Nice.
We've got ourselves a fantastic 3-lap shootout here. Andrew Schulte getting ready to lead them down.
Yeah, not a natural green-white checker, but just a +1 there, so.
Yeah, a little +1, 3 to go. I like that even more.
I like those odds.
So it goes Schulte, Steele, Schmeier, Davis, Simard, Widener, Beltrami, Simpson, Sisler, and McCartney rounding out your top 10 here with 3 laps to go. Everything's bigger in Texas, man. This is a bigger green-white checker. Let's see what Schulte can pull out.
He does exactly what you said last time. He waited till the green flag before he got that jump. He's out to a 1/4 second lead. Ryan Steele in second, side by side for third. Goes Schmeier and Davis.
Well, here comes Butch Davis on the outside. He's gonna try to make it work.
Gonna try, not quite enough. Can anybody get to the back of that 81 to make something happen? We saw the bumper be used at a big track like Indianapolis earlier tonight in the Elite XMS Xfinity Series. There was a lot of bumper being used here. 2 laps to go as Andrew Schulte leads. Butch Davis getting around Schmeier to the inside. Caution is out.
Oh, now we're
We've
going
got
over
another
time.
try. Justin Michael with some damage. The caution comes out here on lap 106. We're going to take at least one more try at a green flag finish. Justin Michael has jumped to the pits. Hefty damage on that car. We're going to figure out what happened.
And
Oh, no.
oh,
Morris.
That's a tough
Bogey.
break there.
he got Morrised.
Yeah, Morris goes down to the inside there. Justin maybe...
And then
Just
look
a
some-
little tap there. Like Dan Brazington got a little piece of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, everything kind of comes together. It funnels in that spot there in the dog leg, and I'm not sure if Justin didn't expect him to be there or if it was just a situation of, I'm not lifting, I'm on your inside. But either way, Justin Michael turned around and contact with another truck and the wall.
I'll say this is definitely one of the races that Justin's going to want to just turn off.
Look, if he's gonna use a drop week, this is probably the one he's gonna use it on.
If he had any.
Yeah, he hasn't showed up enough, let's be real. Sorry,
Okay.
but
Wait,
he can't really fight for the championship, can he?
I think he's mathematically eliminated.
let me see. Let me look. I'll see. So he has missed 3 races. So basically every race he races has to count. So
Okay, well, I apologize for the jokes I made before. I thought he missed more than 3.
yep. So far,
But he
he's
still
just-
wins a lot.
wins a lot. That's an understatement.
No, he don't win a whole lot.
1, 2,
I think I've seen him
3,
win once or
4,
twice.
5, 6. He's won 6 times this season.
What a job by the 87 crew.
I know talking to him throughout the season, he said he's looking forward to next season and putting together a championship run. So if he does what he did this season, that championship will definitely be within his grasp here.
Well, I tell you what else is going to be in our grasp when we come back to green, and that's next Sunday on the 19th of May. You can catch myself and Jonathan Leach racing for 600 miles with the Racing Elite Series as they are putting on the Cook 600 on May 19th.
Yeah, if you guys
And
want to,
Yeah,
if
you're
you
talking
guys
about
want to
not
get
this
involved,
Sunday, but the next one.
man, next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next Sunday.
Not this coming. I know it's Tuesday, but there's like 11 or 12 days between now and then.
Yeah,
I got to
something like
practice.
that. You have 600 miles to practice.
I should be there at the end.
Anybody wants
I
to
gotta-
get involved in that, just go ahead and give us a shout, and I'm sure we can get you hooked up to get in that race.
I might have interest in that, to be honest.
$15 entry, 150 to the winner.
If I'm not working, I might send it.
Well, I'll be working because I'll be sitting in the booth.
Well, I'll pull my Matt Metler card. Bring me in anytime, any place.
I still owe Matt one.
Matt has been phenomenal, so you know,
Hey, look, if you
Shout
know,
out
you know.
Ghost Racing Network or whatever his thing is. He has been a real one to us here at Sim Racing Media, but we are actually doubling up this time. We've got a green-white checker, the first attempt. Andrew Schulte going to lead us down over Ryan Steele, Butch Davis, Jeff Schmeier, Chris Simard, Charles Widener, Chad Simpson, Bob Beltrami, Matt Sisler, and Kyle McCartney, rounding out your top 10. Brian Barnes is right behind him, and that's where I got the Ryan from.
They come down the back straightaway one more time to get ready to come back to green. Schultz is going to lead these guys to green. I think he's going to do what he did the last two times. I don't think he called an audible, and I don't think these guys can anticipate his start.
Nah, I tell you what, this is the best time to go right away. This is the best time to go right away because every single time you've waited as long as you possibly can. Somebody might expect it, but you'll get a good gap if you go right away or maybe even midway through. Don't want to wait as long as you did before.
No, definitely. You want to kind of go almost as soon as you can. Pace truck is in. Andrew Schulte with control of the field.
Waiting.
Ryan Steele almost timed that restart. Look at that jump he got.
Oh, it's a drag race.
Side by side for the race lead. He jumps down to try to get some side draft. Not quite enough there doing. They're side by side for third place, 3 wide behind him. Down to the bottom goes Schulte. Steele goes up to try to get a wider arc.
Yeah, look at them come down the stretch. All the drivers 3 wide behind them. Andrew Schulte is going to make it to the start-finish line, take that white flag, and we are official here in Texas.
Oh boy, here we go.
Steele's
Whatever.
got half a car length down to the inside. Not quite enough, but he's right to the bumper. What kind of a run does he have down the back straightaway? Where can he go?
Pulls out, goes to
Taco
the
Bell.
high side.
Steele tries the top, tries to cross him over, but there's nothing he can do. He looks down to the bottom, but Andrew Schulte is going to get it done in Texas as they crash in turns 3 and 4.
Ryan Steele just ran the fastest lap of the race.
He was trying, man. He was pushing everything he could to get there at the end. Nothing doing. Andrew Schulte gets the job done over Ryan Steele and Butch Davis in third place. What a phenomenal run. There was a crash in turn 4 with Wayne Fleet.
Go back and take a look real quick, see what we see.
Bounces off the
Off the
wall.
wall.
Oh yeah, the 6.
The 07.
Hard
Yep.
at the inside.
That is one dented can of Nesquik.
Andrew Schulte burning it down.
He's got guys going past him here as he's burning it down. He's enjoying this race win, and a little bit of contact there from the 1 just to say, hey man, good job there. That was pretty cool.
All right, let's see here.
He's backing it down the pit lane. Is he gonna try to find victory lane? Can he? Nope.
That
It
doesn't look
won't
like
let
he'll
him
let
do
him go
visible
through.
wall.
All right, let's see if we can get. All right, see if we can get Butch Davis up in the booth. Alan, you're with Butch, bud.
Hey, Bud, just Allen up in the SRM booth along with Mike and Liam. How's it going?
Oh, I've had better days. I've been sick all day, sick all yesterday, so wasn't even going to run this race, and my teammates annoyed the hell out of me enough to make me want to run it. So,
Hey, look, man, you not feeling well, come away with a podium finish. Sometimes, the third place finish could be the best medicine.
hey, I mean, I'll take it. Haven't really had a lot of luck this season, getting involved in a lot of wrecks and stuff like that. Most not of my doing, but yeah, it was a hard fought race. Like I know Justin Michaels kind of pissed off at me, thinks I took him out on purpose, which I did not, but kind of like different strategies there. I'm running hard. He's lifting a lot earlier than I anticipated. I haven't seen the replay yet, but I know. I guess I knocked him sideways or something, and it kind of ruined his race. Regardless of the situation, I hate that. I don't like causing wrecks. I don't like being involved in them either, but that just weighs heavy on me. But otherwise, I mean, it was a good, fun race. A lot of hard racing there. Always love racing with Andrew and Ryan. Those guys are great to be around. Drive you hard, but drive you clean. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, well, so now we got a few weeks left in the season. Drop weeks are coming, and they're going to start coming into play. What's your strategy on using those drop weeks?
I mean, the drop weeks it is what it is. Basically, you drop your 3 worst races of the season. I just try to take every race individually. I don't worry too much about the championship and stuff like that. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've come up just short here on numerous occasions for a title. Maybe not just in the cards for me. That's fine. I just like trying to race well, finish well, get a win when I can. So other than that, it is what it is.
Well, look, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you would like to thank to help get you here tonight?
Yeah, give a shout out to all my FBR Motorsports teammates. Also FBR Sim Rig Accessories Creation Studio, Sim Motion, Darren Ganji and those guys over there will get you hooked up on your hardware needs. Thank Bob and WSRL all together for putting this on. Thank you guys up in the booth, and thank my family for putting up with me when I'm sick and I still want to do this kind of crap.
All right, Bob. Well, you have a good night and celebrate the win or the third place finish with your teammate.
Thank you, gentlemen.
If we can get Ryan Steele up in the booth here. Liam, you want to interview Ryan?
Yeah, I got this, man. Ryan, you had yourself a phenomenal restart there. Walk us through those couple attempts you made on the outside.
Well, Just basically that last restart was just a guess. I had in my head, I think he's going to go at this spot on the track, and I'm just going to go. And if he doesn't, I'll have to lift and wait for him. But it happened to be basically perfect timing. I wish I could have gotten a little bit more out of it, but hey, I'm happy with second place at a track that I absolutely hate, so I'll take it.
Yeah, you mentioned your restart, which was picture perfect, but you mentioned also this is a track that you hate, and you managed to perform up in the top 5 all day and had a super strong car. I mean, what goes into that?
So the setup today was almost intolerably loose, is what I'd call it, and I think it was probably designed to run at night, I think, and the key I felt like was making sure you didn't wear out the right rear tire, and so I was taking it very easy in 1 and 2, and not going full throttle during 3 and 4, even though you could. I was just not doing it, and I would wait until at least halfway through the green flag run to start going. And you know, some guys were just not capable of keeping the tires under them, and I felt like I had better tire wear than just about anybody else.
It definitely showed on the racetrack being a top 5 competitor through all those green flag runs throughout the course of the day. And well, I mean, you ran yourself a super strong race. You finished second. Who do you want to thank for such a strong run here at Texas Motor Speedway?
As always, I have to thank the Dog Bear team for helping me prepare for the race. You know, a little bit of things that they were talking about during practice, like what kind of lines would work and what's better for tire wear. That always helps prepare. And I got to thank you guys for covering the series so that my friends can watch.
Well, awesome stuff. We can't thank you enough for joining us here. Congratulations on the second place finish here, Ryan. We'll hopefully be talking to you again next week.
Yeah, sure hope so. Thank you.
All right. Andrew Schulte, Mike up in the booth, man. How's it going?
Can't complain.
Well, that last restart there, or last couple restarts, looked like you were trying to play a little game there, and it looked like Ryan kind of guessed just right. What were you thinking when he was just to your outside after that final restart?
The initial reaction was, wow, that was a hell of a guess. And kudos to him. I mean, I saw him coming on the long run before we got those, before we got all those cautions. So I knew he was going to be a contender there at the end. Yeah, when he got that jump, I was just hoping that the bottom was going to have enough speed through 1 and 2 to get clear of him, and then just drive as defensively as possible, you know, not throwing any crazy blocks, but just protecting the bottom and hoping that that was going to be enough for me.
Yeah, I definitely looked like that. And on that long green flag run, you guys were 3 wide for the lead for multiple laps. How was it racing that close for that long?
A little nerve-wracking. We've got a bigger picture with the championship on the line, so I was I like racing hard, and so it was it was a tough mental battle there of, should I really be doing this right now, or should I just back out of it, ride behind them, and just make sure that I get to the end. But I do know the guys that I'm racing around and can race them with a good amount of confidence to know that likely nothing was going to happen, as long as like nothing like that code happened. So was a little nerve-wracking, but it was a blast, and it should always put on a good show when we're battling 3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, it definitely was a good show. Looks like you're going to probably be tightening up the championship standings here, depending on how the drop weeks fall. How do you look forward to the season when you head to the next couple of racetracks of California and Phoenix?
We're just same status quo as the last couple weeks. Just continue getting good finishes, being consistent, keeping the truck out of trouble, and just doing what we can. As long as we can keep finishing ahead of Chad, I feel like the drop week should fall our way. So, gonna keep plugging along and hope we can repeat here.
Definitely, man. Well, anybody you want to thank before we get you out of here tonight?
Scott Patton, Patented Paints as always. Bandit Motorsports teammates. Bob for giving us a great place to race on Tuesdays and Fridays. And Sim Racing Media crew and wife and kids as always.
Well, thanks, and I will talk to you later. And congrats on the win once again, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's see if we can bring up the race results real quick. Wrap this up from Texas here. So Andrew Schultz, Ryan Steele, Butch Davis are the top 3. Charlie Widener, Jeff Schmeier bring home the top 5. We have Chris Samard, Kyle McCartney, Chad Simpson, Matt Sisler, and Bob Beltrami round out that top 10. Going back to Brian Barnes, Justin T. Wilkinson, Lyle Swearingen with a good recovery drive to finish P13. Julian Ricci and Morris Brogan round out the top 15. Sean Rohrer, Dan Brazington, Dennis Fuson, the top 18. We got William Fletcher, Heath Smith, Wayne Fleet, Keith Kellman, James Campbell, Justin Michael finishes 24th. Barry Phil, 25th. Scott Kukas, James Lehman, and Christian Bishop. And then I do believe we have one more. Chris Walker rounds out the field. So with that being said, you guys want to say anything as we close it out here tonight from Texas?
Alan?
Well, you know what? We had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to continuing and on here with Western States as we make our way through the West Coast to finish out the season. But tomorrow, Liam, we will catch you guys with the SMS Cup Series at Indianapolis. That's going to be a fantastic show to watch. And Mike, we're going to catch Angel Santiago on Racers Elite as they are in, I wouldn't say Michigan. Mike, you're going to be doing the dad thing tomorrow night.
Yep. Yep, that's what happens when it switches over to spring. So
Finally.
yeah, well, I don't know about that. It's still 40 degrees here.
Well, that's what you get for living out in the middle of nowhere. But anyways.
Yeah, we got 70 here in Minnesota. But, well, I'm going to close out the show and just do the Tony tribute. As you guys walk through the streets of life, please don't play in traffic. Thanks for tuning in, folks.